Alright, hey, I'm Jamie and we're back. We're working on the GE 44 tonner rebuild, and we're going to work on the cab itself today. I want to remove the handrails, grab irons off the locomotive so I can separate the upper cab from the lower cab, mainly so I can remove the clear glass that's up the top. I don't really want to paint that. So this just will make the whole thing just a little bit easier. So doing a general inspection on it, I can already tell that they did the, how should I say, I don't want to say good thing, bad thing, however you want to do it, people do it. They've glued the grab irons in. So I'm going to go back to my uncure. Put a drop in my dish over here, and I'm just going to kind of give it a small push here. I'm kind of, yeah, it's not feeling gluey, so I'm pretty sure they use superglue CA on it. Not an end of the world. Again, I'm using some uncure, and where the grab iron comes up to the bottom, you can kind of see the yellow on the background. I'm just going to start putting a little bit of uncure on it. I'm doing this, and remember, uncure, if you get it on the paint, it has a tendency to eat through the paint. It's something you don't want to dunk the whole model into. So I'll apply it down there. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Alright, once that's done, come back. I'm going to tighten this up. I'm going to use a kind of stiff pair of pliers, not pliers but tweezers, and I see where the handrail is, and I'm just going to give it a slight push. Handrail, grab iron, whatever you want to call it. Technical term is grab irons. Oh, there we go. That one popped right on out. This one we're going to have to work with a little bit. And I'm just taking the sharp point of my tweezers, and again, kind of getting it where it lines up with the grab iron, so it comes through the body, and giving it a slight push. And you really want to be careful working with the grab irons, because it is something that's easily broken. I don't feel like really designing new ones for this. There we go. Alright, I'm going to come back with some more uncure. And it's actually kind of reacting with my thing here and actually eating away at the brush tip. So there, I got a good amount on there. Let that set a little bit. Come back and just try to gently push it through. There we go. So I thought. Try that again. There we go. Sometimes you just have to work with it and give it a little bit of time and it will push on through. I'm just going to come in with my towel here and make sure I don't have any on the top surface. There we go. So now I have, turn it, you can see in the camera here. You can see now I have this loose grab iron. I'm not going to be able to get it up here because I'm assuming it's going to be glued in the cab. We cannot get to it up here because how this is designed. So this is the reason I started on the bottom first to actually loosen it up from the body. When we get to the top here and I'm able to release the two clips, the whole top unit with the grab irons will come out together with it. At least that's the idea anyway. And then that will allow me to actually take the top apart and actually get down into the top and remove the grab iron from the inside out. You always want to work again with the uncure from the inside out because it will mess up the paint on the models unless that's your intention. You could paint it kind of rusty where it reacts with the paint, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do the other side here. Again, the same technique. To uncure. Let it soak. And come back and push it through. And there it goes. And the main thing I can't stress enough is to really just take your time with it. Boom. There we go. We now have this side completely out. And it's just hanging there. And we can go ahead and move to the other side and repeat the process. Actually going to be a little bit crazier. And do the both top and bottom, or the two sides at the same time. Let's see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. There we go, should be good enough. And again, I'm just using the points of the tweezers to actually see where the grab iron comes through the body and pushing it back through. Sometimes it gets a little bit tougher. Let's switch back to this. There go. And sometimes if there's a lot built up on top of it, if you scrape it back and forth, that will kind of help get it so it will get on down and soak through around the plastic and loosen up that glue. So that one. There's that one. See if the side one comes off now. Perfect. Let's work on this one again. And I'm like I said, I'm just kind of very gently coming in there and rocking the tweezers back and forth. All right, and then we have the one here, the last one we had issues with, a little bit of trouble, and there it goes. That one just had a build up of glue on top, and scraping it back and forth loosened all of that up. So now we have our grab irons loose. I should be able to come in here now. And there's 4 sets of tabs on each side here. I should be able to press these in. Alright, these are proving a little bit more difficult than what I thought they would be. Let me try with a pair of pliers. Alright, I'm going to use a pair of pliers because what I need to do is grab both sides at the same time and compress them in. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm kind of running out of time here. I'm going to come back and we're going to, in the next episode, we're going to actually compress these 2 side pieces and remove the center cab out of the unit so we can get to the glass. I think we did enough with the grab irons for right now. I'm going to repeat the process also on the front of the locomotive. The same technique to get that grab iron loose and to remove it from the body. So again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, follow me, like me, do whatever. And in the next episode, like I said, we're going to actually remove the center cab of this unit to remove the glass and to make sure we don't mess that up during the so that completes this episode. Again, we're going to remove the cab in the next episode. That proved a little bit more difficult of a challenge than what I originally thought it was going to be, as things usually are. But we're going to get that removed, and mainly removed without breaking it. So again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like it, follow me, and I'll talk to everybody soon, and I appreciate everybody that watched. Hope everybody has a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye.